So when they're both put together, they should look like this. And on the top, our cell section will have our hydrogen section, which where the hydrogen will be coming out of this area and will be entering this area. So what we will be doing is I have a piece of hosing that I have here with two connect couplers on each end. So what we'll be doing is we will be just connecting our portion here by pushing that in there and using the second one for our entrance section. So that will be connecting all the way through that metal tube that we were talking about earlier. And our very last coupler that we have here will be accommodating another setup just like that, with another coupler that connects into our quick connect, which will lead all the way to this little thingamajig I have here, which basically I used a setup from a previous torch that I own, and it was a propane oxygen torch. And I am not using the oxygen section of the valve. I'm only using the gas section. So the gas section that we just hooked up from here, coming out of our bubbler, goes all the way into our gas section, which I had to hand make the threading for this particular fitting here to fit the tube and to thread directly into this section without doing any type of damage to our regulator section here. And then right here we have a section that comes out of the gas, which will be connecting straight to your torch, which, one, safety first. This particular setup I have here has a flash resistor located in here. So if you are going to be building one of these, you have to get a flash resistor. There's no exceptions. This will flash back and it will explode if you do not use a flashback resistor. And so basically the flashback resistor is from here, stopping before the gas itself, runs all the way through to my torch section, which I just use a plain old Benzematic torch setup that came with the kind that you just twist on a MAP gas cylinder or propane gas cylinder. And I had taken off the torch barrel assembly and the ignition starter, because you don't want to push this and then the arc is going to jump all the way from here to here, because you will shock yourself. So basically the tip of this is the size of a pinhole. It's very, very small. You do not need a big port for your gas to come out. The smaller the better, because this gas pretty much ignites right as it exits. It's not like propane where, you know, you can blow it down a tube and it'll ignite at the end of the tip. This starts the second it comes in contact with any ignition source. So this also, if you don't have a flashback here, if you do have one of these, this comes with a built-in flashback. So it's best to put as many flashback sections as you can from your torch all the way to where your gas is going to be coming out. And if you don't have a professional flashback arrestor, I've seen some stuff online where they are making it out of bronze wool, and I guess you can get that at a boat supply company. I guess they use it. It's like steel wool, but it's made of bronze. And what you do is you just stuff it inside of your tubing before the end of your torch, or just stuff as much as you can in there, you know, but enough to where you're not restricting the flow. But like I said, it's more important to get a proper flashback arrestor if you can. Safety is very important during this. Our next step, we will be setting up and starting this little bugger.